My life be like, ooh, yeah, ooh. My life be like, yeah, ooh.
All right, just kidding. My life definitely is not like it is very mundane sometimes, it feels. And since nobody asked, I figured that I would upload a day in the life plus a full day of eating. If you're not familiar with the channel, I'm a registered nurse. I work 12-hour shifts, so that allows me to be off some days and to film content like this. So here I am weighing myself, 196 on the weigh-in, a couple more weeks left on the cut, and feeling pretty good. It is my birthday month. On the 28th, I'll be 30 years old, so I think that's a little motivation too to get in the best shape of my life. Guys, if you haven't had dates before, y'all need to hop on the train because they are awesome. They're like nature's honey bun. My wife calls them cockroaches, so if you can get beyond the initial appearance of it, they're actually quite tasty. My calories are currently at 2,200, trying to hit about 185 grams of protein, plenty of water, 10,000 steps a day, majority whole foods, you know the basics. I am not sponsored, but I found lately that Rise pre-workout is the best tasting, most cost-efficient, and just best feeling pre-workout that I've used in a long time. I used to be on a kick of super powerful pre-workouts, but I got convicted of that, and also just I don't enjoy being stimulated that much. My favorite way to start out the morning is sipping on my caffeine or my coffee while reading my Bible. That quality time with Jesus makes me a better person, and when I don't have that, I am less Christ-like. If you're a dad, it can be hard sometimes to get in that word, but wake up early, do whatever it takes to get in it. I'm telling you, it is worth it. There's just something special about giving that first part of your day to God. Even when I work night shift, the first thing I would do when I would wake up would be to spend time with God. And I can kind of consider it like tithing, but maybe not 10% of my day. It's still the first part of my day. And just like a friend, if we say that we're close with somebody, we should spend time with them. We should know them. We should know their habits, their mannerisms, what they like and dislike. Same thing about God. If you're not spending time with God, but you say you're a Christian, what are you doing? And here I am making a little typhoon in my cup of pre-workout. It takes me a few moments, but I finally get it to be a good mixture. Since I'm the first one up, I'm on baby duty. My wife is still asleep, so got the little baby monitor there, and I'll keep an eye out for that while I read the Bible. So just like training, I believe it's important to have a structured plan. So with my reading right now, I'm doing the Bible in 1 year, and it breaks down all my readings each day, and that's been super awesome. So by the end of the year, I'll have read the Bible. And also, random workouts are fun, and sometimes I just turn to whatever page and read it, and that's pretty cool too. But always following a structured plan has benefits. And here's just a little glimpse at what my dad used to look like back in the day. Pretty jacked. It is time to work out, and I am descending into the basement. The wife and baby are still asleep, and I'm ready to start the day. As far as workouts go, my coach has me on a 4-day-a-week upper-lower split. I've been enjoying that, a relatively low volume, and with my calories being on the lower side of things, my energy levels, and working out prior to work can have its cons frequently, so I'm enjoying that. It's helped me focus. So the wife woke up. First thing that she likes in the morning is some coffee. French press is the way to go if you don't have one, guys. They're pretty cheap. You don't have to have a fancy electric kettle. You can get just an old school kettle for the stovetop, and that'll get you there. I'm just telling you, it's amazing. So trying to make my wife some coffee. So you guys know I'm always preaching about the home gym and how convenient it is, because I can still be involved with some of the basic things around the house. While I'm working out, though, it can be a distraction, so that is a downside. But on today's schedule, we have got some lower body work, pulse squats, some RDLs, and some other accessory work. Got 225 on the bar here. And despite my weight dropping down, I'm feeling better, and I think that's from the decreased volume. So I'm able to recover a little better and give some intensity. So I hadn't shaved in a couple of days at this point, looking at my beard, and for almost 30 years old, that's pretty tragic. I've always wanted a good beard. I've used minoxidil in the past pretty consistently, and it didn't help out. Maybe my 30s will empower me to grow a beard. We'll see. I've had several people ask me over the years, how do you train before work? And yes, this session is not before my 12-hour shift, but there's a smart way that you can work out before 12-hour shifts. And the key is to not training legs before your 12-hour shifts, if you can avoid it. The fatigue that accumulates prior to a 12 where you're either on your feet or sitting down, the sitting down honestly might be worse, where that fatigue is just setting in. It can be really discouraging and decrease your performance at work. So I prefer not to work out legs before work, but I've just done workouts before 12 so long now that it's not the biggest deal. I wouldn't go for a squat PR or some type of crazy deadlift PR before a 12-hour shift, but if you can handle that, you do you. But that is not the smartest thing, and especially being limited on time. You want good recovery for your sets. Upper body is much easier to do, and I think it's much more manageable before 12. So as I'm losing weight, I'm feeling definitely more aesthetic. My midsection's shrinking. My love handles are getting smaller, which is helping my legs look better and helping my glutes because I really struggle in that department. I've got these wide childbearing hips, guys, and these hip bones that just jut out. So I know that this next bulking cycle that I'm coming up on, I'm going to really hit my glutes hard. And I think that's going to help out my overall aesthetic. One thing I've noticed with hamstrings, especially with these RDLs or stiff leg deadlift, whatever you want to call them, they really target the back, and there's no real way to avoid that by tweaking your form because you're still hinging at the hips and having to support that weight, maybe with some type of machine. But the problem for me is back is arguably one of my stronger points. There's nothing impressive about my physique, but for me, I think that back is a strong suit. And I want to isolate just my hamstrings, bring up my deficits. So I think that I'll be spamming some leg curls on this next gaining cycle, you could say. And I've said it on the channel before I made a post, but cutting weight and getting drunk are pretty similar because I've been told that drinking alcohol makes you more of what you already are. And in my opinion, losing weight makes you less of what you already are. So if you were to compare it to like a body sculpture, you're chiseling things off and it's showing what the true body is. And so it's going to show you the muscle groups that are developed well and the muscle groups that are not developed well, which for me would be forearms, calves, glutes, and triceps, mainly for my deficits. Or really just everything in general, because once you bring out that microscope, there are always new details to notice. Bodybuilding or working out is going to lead you down this rabbit hole where once you start, your confidence goes up, and then as you progress, it probably goes down because of comparing to others. I've addressed it before. So you got to find this good balance of knowing where you need improvement, but not being stuck in this like, woe is me, or I look awful. Or the complete opposite spectrum is like, oh, I look too good, and not being able to admit critiques. Which brings me to my next point is with this training that I've been doing with an online coach, I had to send him some videos of me doing exercises, which I initially thought was kind of stupid because I've been working out for a few years now. And yeah, I might do some bro lifts and use a little momentum here and there. But I feel like my form's pretty good on most of my stuff. And I sent him the videos and he sent me back legit critiques. And that kind of struck my pride initially. Then I had to humble myself and say, okay, like, yeah, he's not wrong. Like, I can make these cue changes and probably drop the weight a little bit. And from a hypertrophy standpoint, I think that's definitely beneficial. So from a perspective too, I think it's important for us to be open to criticism, to not be prideful, to understand that there are better ways to doing things, and there's always room for improvement. And you'll learn quickly, too, if you upload any videos of yourself lifting, that the internet is all experts. Everyone knows what to do. So you have to know also when to take things with a grain of salt. You don't have to be an expert to give good advice or to give good tips on what you observe, but you got to be careful taking advice from anybody, just anybody. They can really throw you off. So kind of be set in some of your ways, but open at the same time, if that makes sense. Or be coachable. That's a better term. Like athletes on a court, I don't think that they're going to take advice from the fans yelling as much as they are going to be receptive to their coach. And here we have the wife leaving for the day. She's a little weirded out. Lily Dilly over there in the corner. And I'm telling her goodbye. She is just chilling. Lily. All right, then. Now that the wife is gone, it's just me and the babes. While the cat's away, the mice will play. Here's technically meal number 1. Got some eggs, some avocado, and my secret enjoyment lately has been this X-Men 97 that was released last year. As a kid, I loved the X-Men series, and this has been totally nostalgic for me to watch. And it's pretty quality, too, must I say. She always looks guilty.
Lily, you are so talented. Well, listen to the girl.
Please.
Guys, she has all these toys, this walker, this bear that my dad gave her the other day. Look at all this stuff. And yet her favorite thing in the world, hey, what are you doing over there? Her favorite thing in the world is these cabinets. She loves to open. We had a little bump in the road because the baby stroller was actually my wife's car, so I had to drive up to her work, get the baby stroller, then go back to the park. But it turned out to be an absolutely beautiful day, and we were able to walk for about 35 minutes. Didn't want to make baby girl too hot. Man, look at those thighs. They are absolutely chunky. And poor Leo, this dude has no cardio capacity. He gets tanked easily. And then after that, came home for a little bit, watched some Daredevil. I've been on a Marvel kick. And what do you know? Cabinets. Again. What are you doing? We're actually going to order some of those safety locking or childproof, whatever you call it. Here we have a delivery from Walmart Plus. Guys, I am not bougie, or at least I don't think I am, but Walmart Plus is the best. The absolute best. Because the time that you save going into the store from seeing anybody and impulse purchases, it's absolutely worth the money. If you've never seen a gerbil drink water in a cage, this is what I think about every time I help her drink water. She's not to the point yet where she can tip it back. Judge me, that might seem pretty mean, but that's what it looks like. So when dieting, it could be pretty boring from a taste standpoint. So I bought these Barks root beers to try out, 0 calorie. I usually get the Mug brand, and I wanted to have a good comparison. So yeah, I think that it's inferior. This is my second meal of the day, my lunch. I got some ground turkey with broccoli and some low-calorie buffalo sauce. Once Lily finished her food, she passed out, which was time for cleaning. So this is a tip for you if you have kids. Take advantage of the time that your child is napping or sleeping, because it can be really hard to get things done or to focus while they are awake. Not a complaint, it's just a fact. And after that, I did a couple miles on the bike and shaved a mustache after I got cleaned up. We'll see what the wife thinks about it. It looks pretty bad, in my opinion. After I got cleaned up, I decided to bring out the old fiddle. I've been playing it on and off since I was in middle school. I'm not as good as I'd like to be, but it's something I find very relaxing. And I get so focused on productivity that it's nice to get lost in the music sometimes and to just fiddle around. If you have the time, I would encourage you to learn to play an instrument, sing, do something that doesn't equate to money or some type of productivity. Do something that you just enjoy. That could be fishing, that could be some type of reupholstery. It could be anything. Just do something for fun.
She's alive!
I was able to play about an hour or so before old Lilybug woke up and decided that it was time to start her day back again. So we ate some and played some. After that, I made another small meal, chicken breast on some high fiber bread, and here I've got I said mug earlier. It's definitely A&W, but this A&W root beer beats the Barks. And if you have something to conflict that, comment down below. And look, another cabinet, guys. We have got to get those safety pieces. And I didn't film some of the in-between because I noticed that my AC unit downstairs was leaking, so I had to suction out some type of obstruction, and that was a little stressful because my house was a little warm. But here's the rest of my day. We watched some Shark Tank before bed, and it was a good day. But all in all, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Peace.